Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Ultraverse The Solution issue number 6 by Malibu Comics. This is a three-parter. This is not only the origin of Tech, who is the leader of The Solution, but also the beginning of the origin of The Solution itself, the whole team. Yeah, it's been a long time that I've read an origin issue of X character, and the how do you say, it depends on what the character is, who the character is it popular or not, if it's interesting. I'm enjoying The Solution. I mean, I made 5 reviews so far, so this is my sixth one, and I'm going to continue with that. Although I wish I had more time to go back to these series, because I have to read a lot of newer comics. Well, the comics that I'm enjoying now, I want to finish that before I go back to other comics. So yeah, let's dive in. So we see Lela Cho talking, to his father. She is at his grave, and then she is going back to the day that her father died, and there is out of the blue comes a person, and the person wants to talk to her, and he says, my name is Kyle Sanders. I have an opportunity to talk to you about Hypersonic. Hypersonic is the company of her father, and she has inherited the share. She's now the highest shareholder, so it's basically she's now, how do you say, assumed the position of a chairman of the board. But she says, listen, this is not the time. Please make an appointment with my secretary, and then I'm coming back to you. So she presenting herself to the board, but the board rejects her and says, well, listen, we're sorry that your dad has died, but you're only 23 years old. You don't have any experience. But she counters that with that she graduated from Harvard and has a master degree of business. But they say that she lacks the experience. So possibly they suggest go back to the bottom and work your way up. But she doesn't take that very kindly, and she says something like that she's gonna do everything in her power to stay on top and be the chairman of the board. But then she realizes that she is probably outclassed. Love the attention to detail. I love the art. I talk a lot about art in general in my latest in my videos. I talk a lot about backgrounds. This is it. This is one of the reasons that what I mean. You have to have backgrounds for immersion, so that I know what's going on. Although this you say, well, this is just a house. How is that immersive? Well, if you have just a wall with no paintings and no stairs, just a wall and a chair that you can do in 2 seconds as an artist, well, maybe in 1 minute, yeah, that doesn't pull me in. But if you show the whole thing, where she is, what the surrounding is it daytime, is it nighttime, you can do so much with backgrounds. It's for me personally one of the most important things when it comes to art. Not only the characters, and in modern day comics, they always forget that. I mean, if you go to Dynamite Comics and you read the newest Red Sonjas and Vampirellas, they barely has any backgrounds at all. While this comic from the 90s, on the other hand, I mean, look at this. We see that she is in the office. We see the things that are on top of the office, and we see also the background, and that she is in San Francisco. I mean, this whole picture is worth millions, thousands. Well, millions is pretty ridiculous to say, but this comic has more detail than the whole Red Sonja comics from 2020, 21. It's ridiculous. And that's what immersion is. I mean, I know that there are San Francisco. I see it all. It pulls you in, and you don't have to have backgrounds every page. I mean, coming here, there is barely any backgrounds except for a little bit this. But the reason for that is that they are higher up, and you don't have to do it. But if you don't have 99% no backgrounds and only characters talking and fighting, that's boring. Okay, that's my rant. Anyway, she's come to some kind of a company, and that company deals in technology that can give people superpowers. Because Layla thought to herself, I need to have an edge over those people that want to kick her out of the company. So she goes to the guy called JD Hunt. JD Hunt is a billionaire, and basically this company is, making a lot of profit for people with a lot of money, like Layla, and it cost them millions to get her powers. And what are her powers? He says, um, I like to get some wetware that allow me to control computers and other electronic devices. I also like some kind of enhancements to make me stronger and more agile. And JD says, why is a young girl needs to have that kind of a powers? She says, so I can run my company better and defend myself. After all, I'm a rich young woman that makes me a target in this violent world of ours. Well, yeah, that's actually true. So he makes an appointment, and they made a price list, and then she can think about that. But then she's getting a telephone from that guy at the graveyard, and he calls her, hey, this is Kyle Sanders, remember me? And it seems that he is following her, and he knows where he is, and he says, we need to talk about important things. And she doesn't want to do that. Well, and then he basically threatens her that they are going to see each other very, very soon. And then, as you can see here, she's getting taken somewhere in Chinatown and taken away and being, held hostage. And hey, there he is with his 80s haircut. Basically, he says, we want to give us the shares. Buying. Well, they are interested in the shares of Hypersonic, and he works from a certain client. And it seems that a lot of people from the board are also members of the company that he has worked for. And if she is not going to do that, there will be consequences. Basically, they try to kill her, and if she refuses, so not only she have to sign the papers, but she also has to do some special videos, if you know what I mean. That is not that you can rent at Blockbuster. I mean, Blockbuster isn't there anymore. I know that, but this is the begin 90s. So yeah, Blockbuster is still a thing in this time period or time zone. And okay, here we go. Putting the sound a little bit lower because I get messages all the time. So pissed as she is, she takes a cab, and she's gonna think. And then she's going back to JD, and she says, I want to proceed with the operation. And that's what she get. She's getting enhanced. There will be no cutting, but they are injecting her with bioengineered organisms, electrostimulants, and other biochips. And then later, she noticed that she can do something with her mind. She can use the remote control without the remote control. And also putting herself into the mainframe and talk to people if they are online. Imagine that, if you had that kind of power in this time and era. Man, you would be a god. That would be cool. Anyway, we go back. She's getting picked up at the airport, and she is bringing her back to the company, to Hypersonic. And we have all the members of the chair board. We have all this piece of trash here. And they figure it out that she has superpowers because they heard that that she had an operation, that she turned herself into Ultra. And he says, well, these two are Ultras too, because JD is not the only one with a biotech firm. So basically, she's been now forced to sign the papers, and then after that, he says that the members of the board wants to have some fun with her, and then she snaps. She's going crazy. She kicks ass, and she's now, well, she like I say, she can defend herself. But before she getting overwhelmed by all the people that are in there, she is jumping out of the window. Looks spectacular, really cool, and then she is kicking this guy all over the place. And then that's the end of the rewind, the going back into the past of her. And then there's a guy here, and I believe that this is one of her team members. And we're going back to the present, well, the present of 1992. And then it's going to be continue in the next issue. So there's going to be more stuff like this. I like Solution a lot. I like Ultraverse. There are some hit and misses, but this comic was unknown to me. I mean, this team, but I am enjoying it very, very much. I also like that they tackle some heavy themes, some things that I didn't expect, because normally, oh yeah, you get an upgrade and then she can kick ass, and which she did. But also, there is a lot of sexism here going on. There's a lot of threatening and, safe, and if you do not do what we want, we're gonna not only kill you, but we're gonna make some videos about you. So there's some very heavy themes that we don't see anymore, because if comic creators do that in their comics, it's all sexism and misogyny and blah, 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 blah. Well, in the 90s, no one batted an eye. Was it okay? No, of course not. But it was a product of its time, and it worked. And not only she was a victim, she's now a victim that pushes back. She's not a helpless, defenseless little girl. She's actually a strong female character. Yes, I said it. And she's kicking ass, and I like that. Although these sexist pigs are doing stuff to her or wanted to do stuff with her, she will get her revenge. I'm sure of that. Otherwise, well, why would we read these comics, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the video. I can continue this later with issue 7 and maybe the rest. I'm not sure, but let's see where this is going. Yeah, that's it. Guys, have a nice day. I see you next time.